All right, hi, I'm Mark Keene from Keene Engineering, and I'm here to show you our latest test. I think we're at test number 8, as I recall correctly, and we were out testing last time. We had a couple issues. I think we've got everything resolved, so we'll see how everything performs. But anyways, hang on. My dog is so the things we changed on it from our last test, we cut off the lip off the back of the drum. We tried to do a nugget trap, but it created a lot of negative impact, so we're not going to mess with that. We made a couple little changes in the drive system. I'm using a different belt, and I'm using a little bit better belt tensioning system. So I've gone ahead, I've already primed my pump, it's ready to go, and I've already left the hose disconnected, ran some clean water to the hose, because when you're running the water motor system, you want to make sure you're pumping clean water. You don't want to pump sandy, silty water into the motor, because there's a filter system that could get plugged up, and also you don't want to put a lot of extra wear on the water motor. Since we're talking about the water motor, something really important, one of my favorite aspects of it is, hang on. The thing I like about the water motor is it enables you to take the trommel, and I could literally set it several hundred feet away from the river, you know, and the further you go from a river, you might have to have a bigger pump, you might have to run a larger hose, but even with my little P90G pump, I could probably go, let's say, 100 feet away from the river and maybe, 20, 30 feet above the water. So it's a really efficient pump, and a good pressure pump is critical. But man, we'll go ahead and feed some material. Okay, that's good. Let's see how it handles it. You're washing it nicely. I think I like the new flipper bars in this lid. That's working nice. It's working better. Yeah, we took 2 out and we spaced them separately. Yeah, he's feeding a lot of rocky material and clayish. I got the drum pretty flat. Okay, go ahead. All right, everything seems to be working really good, but I think I'm going to make a minor adjustment. I'm going to raise my throughput. I really love these new legs. They're so easy. That looks about right. Also, I can see that my Miracle Mat's doing a good job. I can see I have a good load on my standard ripple board. Everything in here is staying clean like it's supposed to. So this hook seems to be doing a real kick-ass job. And you can see that mat, when you lay the mat down, see bubbles going through it? When you put the mat down, it really kind of smooths everything down a little bit. So we're looking good, so let me feed some material on here. Keep it up. Now you'll notice that I'm feeding a lot of big rocks in here too. The whole point of the problem is that you can feed with larger material. Also keeping an eye on my tilt box to make sure that my load's all right. I'm watching that as I'm feeding it here. I love the fact that you can see it off to the side. Try an experiment here. I've got 5-gallon bucket full of rocks is, let's say, 70 to 80 pounds. A 3-gallon bucket is probably going to be 40 to 50 pounds. So I'm going to say this is about 45 pounds. I'm going to run it through and I can average the pace and see how long it takes. I'll probably tell on the camera later. Again, I'm watching my sluice box. Too much? Yeah. Y'all slow down. Is everything coming out clean? You want to lift it out a little bit? Yeah, we can probably do that. It's not bad, you know? We'll try a little speed bump. Just the speed up. That's good right there. But anyways, I'd say we ran probably, we could probably run about 40 pounds in, what do you think, 15, 30 seconds, somewhere in there. I got my stopwatch on me. Hey, you guys got a watch on you? Okay, you got one more bucket. Okay, I'm going to run. This is probably 30, that's probably 40 pounds. Let's see how fast I can run it. Okay, tell me when you're ready. Go? Okay. In the box. One more. Good. Is your washing good? No sand. No, I'll get it clean first. Okay. 35 seconds for about, what did I say, about 50 pounds or so, 50 pounds? Okay. Now, we have a lot of moss here, so I'm going to see if this clears it off here. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, so we're set up here again. We've just made our switch over. We're now running on the 12-volt DC. And like I said, the beauty of this unit is that it's quiet. There's no noise. There's, very low impact. No one's going to really notice where you're at or what you're doing. I'm running it off of a couple of 12-volt. I got to flip those pumps a little bit, but a couple of 12-volt DC pumps. They're 2200s, about probably 30, 35 gallons a piece. And I've got a kind of a Jeep windshield type motor driving the trommel, so I got plenty of power. You can see the sluice box is running nice. The trommel's running at a good speed. I actually have a couple of speeds. I got to figure that one out soon here, but it looks like it's running like a champ. So let's Hey, Gene, you want to throw some material in there for me? Ooh, we don't want to get too close to that. A lot of bees there. We don't want to disturb them. I don't think I'll be over in this spot. I'm going to move. All right. Now, interesting, when you are running the DC system, you do have to slow down a little bit. I think our really main restriction is our water flow. Okay, you have to have enough water to keep the sluice liquid. Now, see, he's overloading it. Hey, Gene, slow down just a little bit. I might just have to drop a little bit more pitch on the sluice, but I'll show you how easy this is to adjust. Just loosen my wing bolts up. I mean, that's just disgustingly easy. So now the sluice seems to be handling it a little better. Come on, Teddy, give me your toy. Come on. All right, here you go. Here we go. Go play on the freeway. All right, so it looks like it's running good now. Yeah. You know, the Trommel one works pretty damn nice. Okay, let's feed another bucket in there, Gene. There's a big root ball. That'll be interesting how it handles it. I forgot about the bees. Teddy, don't get over there. Come here. Okay, let's see how it's handling it inside here. So you can see I have a little bit less water flow with the DC, but it's still washing the rocks nicely. Again, we have no sand, only clean gravel. I mean, look at that. That's clean. No small particles at all. So it's definitely doing a killer job of classifying. This is working good now. Big rocks don't seem to affect it, do they? Yeah. Seem to handle it, no problem.
Yeah, sure do.
Now that we got a little more pitch on the trommel drum, the hopper's working epic.
I really love this bucket holder.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It doesn't want to roll away on you or anything. Machine definitely handles yardage, you can tell. You know, I'm hoping we can get 3/4 to a yard an hour with the gas engine, and probably 3/4 to maybe half a yard with a DC system. That's still more than most people can maintain any kind of significant level, you know. But I'm real happy with the way it's working. The DC one seems to be pretty much flawless. You want another bucket, Gene?
Sure.
Let me come back here a ways. Yeah, I think my brother in the last video, my brother said we should bring a little coarse Brussels brush to clean off the weeds, and you can see they are building up on there a little bit, but it's still doing a kick-ass job. That just needs to be cleaned out occasionally. What's nice is the only noise you hear is really the noise running through the let me see how loaded it is. And there's a lot of material in there, Gene. You might want to slow down.
Yeah, I get a little carried away. I put almost the whole bucket in there.
At one time, but you know what? It's still coming out clean, and that's what matters. You see that? Yeah, no, it's gonna happen, dude. You know what? It had no problem eating it up. It just took a little longer to get the material through the drum.
Yeah.
Now you can have the material go faster or slower through the drum based on the pitch you have. but the sluice seemed to handle that okay, so that's good. All right, so you want to throw a bucket in there? Yeah. All right, Teddy, I'll throw your toy for you. All right, here we go, Big T. There's that rainbow. Weird lighting. Yeah, we got hornets and yellow jackets over here. That's not a good sign. You can go a little faster, Slid. Yeah, that's good. No, it's handling it. Again, the DC motor's not slipping. We're having a minor slippage on the drum, and we're going to fix that. That's easy. But it's eating it up. Look at that, working that material through there. I love it. See over here, I'm running on a deep cycle Group 24 battery. I haven't really done the math, but I think it'll probably run for about 4 hours or so. It should run this machine. And if you have to, just switch out the batteries halfway through the day. And you can see my 2 pumps over there again. But the gas and the water motor seems to be working really good. I'm really, really happy with everything. Again, we need that brush to clean off that screen. So what'd you say, Gene?
Yeah, I was saying, in this area here, where we were digging, it's got a lot of moss in there.
A lot of moss.
Where it accumulates on here, so a brush would be good just to brush it off.
We should have brought it.
If you do it by hand, be very careful because there's a seam right here.
Yeah, and it could be sharp.
That you can cut yourself on.
Okay, so I think you're right. A small brush would be the hot ticket.
A brush would be really easy to brush it off.
And
again, you can do it with your hand, but don't do it while it's moving. And then,
yep, exactly.
And then, by that sharp seam right there.
Okay, so any other final thoughts, anybody? Lou, you're happy? This is the guy I have to keep happy because he's the guy who built them for me.
I got to this time.
Yeah. The only really thing, I see one thing, those grooves. Yeah. A little narrower, a little wider, and then we're done, Okay, I think we're really kind of done with everything now. I may come out for one more test, but that'd be just more kind of for the fun of it. But again, to summarize, everything works amazing. The water motor did a killer job, and again, the water motor allows you to... My dog doesn't get a chance to get out and play in the water much. So this is probably our last bucket. We should do a cleanup just for the fun of it. See if we find any gold. There's a little gold in there, but not much. And we weren't really looking that hard to see, we weren't in the ideal spot. We went upriver. It was dry from where we were last year, last couple weeks ago. I'm just knocking off the glaze off of the pan. So I'm going to do a cleanup. I'm going to pull my pin here. I'm going to remove my rubber flat. Make sure you always put your little cotter pin back in here, because if you're like me, you're going to lose it. Okay, so I'm going to remove my classifier screen. lot of moss here. But you can tell it cleans off easy in just a matter of a couple seconds. Again, you got to take your hardware, you got to put it where you're not going to lose it. If you're like me, I'll lose it. I have to be conscious of everything I do. So I'm going to remove my classifier screen. Okay, good. All right. Well, I do see a little color in here, so that's kind of exciting. I see some black sand, a little color. Take a look here. If you look, I see some little pinhead sized pieces, maybe a little better than pinhead size. Some little teeny flour. But, so go and plug one pump back in for me, okay? Perfect. So I've got actually 4 different ripple systems in here. I have the Miracle Mat with the a large expanded metal sitting on top. And I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to kind of do it the easy way. I see gold in there, and I have faith in the box. I know it's not going to lose anything. So it's real easy to clean it out. So that's perfectly clean. I can set that to the side. So we've got the Miracle Mat, the expanded metal. I have some black rubber rib matting. I have my riffle board. I have the large expanded metal on top of the green carpet. And the interesting thing about the green carpet with the expanded metal, you have ribs and expanded metal sits over the top of it. And it really works well on finding that little teeny like flat flaky gold better than anything else. The Miracle Mat does the best job on the flour gold, okay? The Hungarian just basically catches everything else that could have got past the first 2. So I'm kind of letting the sleuth wash. In fact, I'm kind of cleaning it out. I can see a little color on the edges in here right now, but I'm just kind of trying to go quick, go faster. Okay, that looks clean. So now I'm going to go clean the sleuth out. Take my riffle board, lift my latches up. Just do a quick inspection, make sure not throwing anything away. So now I'm going to do a little fast inspection here. And I see a couple little pieces in here, but again, I'm just going to clean it out. I'm going to be lazy right now. See, the advantage of using like a piece of carpet versus like a rubber mat, a carpet, miner's moss, Hungarian riffles, they're very forgiving. A lot of these newfangled mats, they all work well in a very controlled environment. But if the environment gets out of whack, like you have too much water, not enough water, you have the wrong pitch, you have a rock running over it, they're a disaster. They just don't have the forgiveness factor of an old school piece of carpet. And a lot of people like things that are bright, nice and shiny, but the truth is, the old school stuff does the best job. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this out. Now you can see in here, you probably want to get this. I have a heavy black sand load. I have a lot of flour gold up in here. I can see it here. I see a couple pieces down here. So I have a lot, but again, I'm just gonna take this carpet here, clean it out inside the sluice. It's all going into my pan. Now, could there be a little microscopic piece of gold in there? Yeah, there could be. But I'll get it next time. I'm not gonna stress over a piece of fly poop, you know, so I'm gonna clean this out now. And really most of my gold's probably gonna be on here. So I'm gonna kind of just wanna do a little bit of visual inspection here. Yeah, see, again, a lot of color, but my pan's good position. I'm just going to go ahead and clean this out real fast. There we go. We might be blowing some sand out of the pan, but we're not blowing any gold out because it's too heavy. So, again, a quick inspection here. And that's not a lot of concentrate. So let's pan this down real fast. Pan should really be washed out with some dishwashing liquid. I made the mistake of bringing a new pan over, but it's okay. I'll make the best out of it.
Adentro.
That's not a piece of gold there. All right. So let's see what we got in here. Okay. So you can see we cut a lot of fine gold. Teddy, knock it off. We got a lot of coarse gold, but the machine's definitely doing the job. The sluice did a kick-ass job. I'm really happy with how everything worked on it. So now that I think we've got all our testing, we're going to go play and find some more gold, but no more videoing. All right, guys, I think that's it. So see you next time.